The theme today is friendship and connection. Happy birthday, my brother. How we become larger and more courageous and more compassionate in our intimacy with disappearance. Friendship transcends disappearance. Remain in sight of our friends. The ultimate touchstone of friendship and connection is not improvement, but the privilege of witness. Keep your heart open. Stay connected. Begin again. Welcome to Shelter and Grace, a sound meditation for people who care. I talk a lot about the power of gratitude in these sound meditations. It is one of the three major superpowers we use: breath, sound, because we are sound, and gratitude. In the Gratitude Project, its director, Dr. Robert Emmons of the University of California, says this: "It is precisely under crisis conditions, and that would include a pandemic, when we have the most to gain by a grateful perspective in life. In the face of demoralization, gratitude has the power to energize. In the face of brokenness, gratitude has the power to heal. In the face of despair, gratitude has the power to bring hope." He goes on to say, but the sense that when there's real skin in the game, real potential for loss, it's important. Sometimes maybe actually experiencing loss is what actually happens to wake us up. It's so human. We need that skin in the game to really wake us up. As a hospice chaplain, I have the honor and the privilege of witnessing the edge of loss for many, sometimes the ultimate loss. It is chaotic and noisy. How do we listen to guidance of our hearts amid the noise of the world, and most particularly loss and change? We curate. We choose what to focus upon. Meditation and prayer, of course, are the path to that practice, to the good life, as well as wise and curious and brave questions. There are interesting questions in the muck of the lotus and stress for a good life. Notice the lotus in the background. The lotus can't live without the stress. The lotus takes nutrients from whatever is underneath it. These are interesting questions for life, but it's also for any innovation on any leading edge or cutting edge or even bleeding edge of business or technology. What are the opportunities that present themselves here in the muck, in the lotus? And more importantly, how do we hear them? How do we hear the lotus in the muck? I think it is not an either-or question. It is a yes and, like improv. We have the choice in how we observe this life and its challenges and opportunities, but we must first feel safe. We must first feel our connection to presence and our community and our friends and our pets and our cats. Thank you. Then we have access to our inner worlds. Here's David Whyte, the poet. It is the only choice we have as we mature, is how we inhabit our vulnerability, how we become larger and more courageous and more compassionate through our intimacy with disappearance. In my intimacy with disappearance, I try to ask good questions. How can we access what is under the words? Or rather, how can I access what is in my own heart? Here is the poet David Whyte on friendship, which is the heart of this meditation. The dynamic of friendship is almost always underestimated as a constant force in human life. A diminishing circle of friends is the first terrible diagnostic of a life in deep trouble, of overwork, of too much emphasis on the professional identity, of forgetting who will be there when our armored personalities run into the inevitable natural disasters and vulnerabilities found in even the most average existence. A friend knows our difficulties and shadows and remains in sight. A companion to our vulnerabilities more than our triumphs. When we are under the strange illusion, we do not need them. Friendship transcends disappearance. An enduring friendship goes on after death, the exchange only transmuted by absence, the relationship advancing and maturing in a silent internal conversation, even after half the bond has passed on. But no matter the medicinal virtues of being a true friend or sustaining a long, close relationship with another, the ultimate touchstone of friendship, and I love this, and connection, is not improvement. The ultimate touchstone is witness, the privilege of having been seen by someone, and the equal privilege of being the sight of the essence of another, to have walked with them and to have believed in them, or sometimes just to have accompanied them for however brief a span on a journey impossible to accomplish alone. This journey is impossible to accomplish alone. Let's take that into our meditation today. To ground in spirit, in the muck, and ask the interesting questions of the lotus, together and in friendship. No matter how great the distance that exists between me and the people I care about, I know we are connected by our love for one another. And we begin. What is the one thing in the next 20 minutes that you would like to let go of? Or what is the one thing you would like to claim? There's a power of one here. There's a power of focus. Let's take some bells to decide. First breath together, keeping our hearts open. Let's take our first breath of gratitude. Breathe it in through the heart. Breathe it in. Let it light you up. Whatever you're grateful for, hold it, contain it. Let it light you up from the inside out. Only then release it. The trick is is to hold it long enough to really let it amend you. Let's take another breath of gratitude together. Breathe it in. And exhale. Use the beauty of this sound. Send it to any place in your body that needs a little extra love, a little extra healing, a little extra ease. Send it there. It's going to my back today. Where is it going to you? How do we become larger and more courageous and more compassionate in our intimacy with disappearance? Friendship transcends disappearance. Remain in sight of our friends, of your friends. The ultimate touchstone in friendship is not improvement, but the privilege of witness. Keep your heart open. Stay connected. We remember this place of reset, of nourishment, with presence, with our higher self, with grace. I remember this place of rest and rejuvenation under the surface of turbulence, always available. This place where we remember that we are the gardeners of our lives. We remember this place, and so it is. Thank you for joining. Blessings on your day and your week. I'm going to end with what is now possibly my favorite from Richard Rohr on love. There is a love which has the power to free the human heart. Whoever arrives at this place looks at the world differently. The distinctions on the surface no longer exist. Love does not come as theory. It moves in bodies, in nature, and in the ground beneath us and the space between us. True love is not emotional. It is a different nature, waiting in us like a secret seed. This is the truth we all must find. The profound problems of the inner and outer world will be solved by this love, and this love alone. Richard Rohr. Thank you again for joining me. It's lovely to be back. Blessings on your day.